Hello guys, I'm back. Uh I'm going to be doing the Toriko Chunk number 2. Now, today I'm mostly going to be covering the gourmet world, the 8 kings and the Nitro themselves and their place in the story. But let's begin. The 8 kings are basically the rulers of each of the 8 continents in the gourmet world. They are the monarchs, they are the alpha species, and they are immeasurably powerful. I would say each of them has the power to destroy multiple continents. Maybe not all of them can destroy like a whole planet, but I know all of them can destroy at least a continent, like a continent the size of America or even Asia maybe. But yeah, they are extremely powerful, and I like all of their designs. Their designs are really nice, but and they are so powerful that they can change the environment on their continent by just because of their mood. Like, for example, we saw in the Area 8, the Horse King, he, or she rather, she was pissed, seems like she was pissed off one day, and there was a footprint that she left, and nothing grows around it. It's just a barren wastelands of rock, and nothing grows. So that was very impressive. Alright. And most of the kings that we've seen have basically sub-kings to rule over the area. Like for the Horse King, she has her children, her imperfect children, that she can never that she has birthed. And they will, it seems like they would fight beside her, but they don't. I don't know why. But yes. And then the Monkey King has his 4 I think Embu Masters that control each section of the continent. And then there's Area 6 with the Whale King, and he has the 7 beasts that also rule his area as well. Like kind of, because they are extremely powerful. And we didn't get to see the other some of the other areas because they skipped that, which it kind of pissed me off, but it happens. Oh yeah, and each of the 8 kings guards and or eats one of Acarcia's full course in their area. And that's probably one of the reasons why they're so powerful, or they're so powerful that they can eat it, because other beasts wouldn't be able to. I think that's it for the 8 kings, really. And they're a major part of the Toriko universe. Now on to the Nitro. The Nitro, they are basically the antagonists for about 2/3 of the Toriko story. They are the cause of many things that happened, and they are the ones that are in charge of the group Neo. And in their ranks, there are 2 types of Nitro that we know of. There's the Red Nitro, which seemed kind of to be mindless, but it turns out the second type, Blue Nitro, actually cut out the voice boxes so they can't talk. And Red Nitro are basically their slaves, and they do all the mini stuff like manual labor and stuff like that. But they are still very powerful in their own right. Now, the Blue Nitro, they are the masterminds, and what we've seen, there's not many of them. I think there's less than 10 of them that are mainly in the story. And each of them are extremely powerful in their own right, and they are extremely smart. Now, each of them Oh wait, before I get to that, they're actually the ones that launched the gourmet cell meteor into the planet, so they can bring out its flavor. Mm. And so it can make things evolve faster and make the planet basically speed up the process of it becoming delicious, and so they can consume it. Da, 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 da. And each Blue Nitro is actually in charge of collecting Arcasia's full course. But the thing about it is, they don't know how to bring out 100% of its flavor. I think, I forget what percentage is, but I think it's around 80%. They can only get out 80% of its full flavor, because they aren't skilled enough to cook it. Even though they're extremely smart, probably one of the smartest beings in Toriko, they still aren't smart enough to know how to cook it properly. Which is a good fault. Well, it's a good fault on their part, in seeing that they're not perfect. Now, when they arrive on the planet, they saw that humans were there, and they needed something to experiment on with gourmet cells, so they created the Four Beast. And the Four Beast was tasked with going to the human world, I think, every few hundred years. And basically, it looks like it would consume humans, but what it's really doing is basically capturing them and bringing them back to the gourmet world, to the Nitro, so they can experiment on them. And they did, there are two ways to get gourmet cells. You either get it the slow way by eating food with gourmet cells or animals, or you can do it a more dangerous way, which is directly injecting it into your body, which can have very bad side effects, either awakening your person's gourmet demon, or basically making them kind of a monster, and they look very, well, demon-like, but it like basically deforms you. And since they did that, over thousands of years, there's been civilizations that develop on the different continents. Like in Area 8, there was people that kind of look like old-fashioned, I think Japanese and Chinese demons. And Area 7, basically a civilization there went extinct. Area 6, there was a huge civilization living inside a clam about the size of the United States, which was humongous, and they had their own civilization there of cooks and stuff. And then now they also want to kill or destroy the 8 kings, but even they aren't powerful enough by themselves to do it. They have sometimes been able to stunt them, like with Horse King Heracles. They always stole air before Heracles could get it. And since that happened, Heracles always had imperfect children. But yeah, and the 8 kings, God, they're awesome. Yes. But yeah. I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I think that, that covers just about everything I want to talk about. And, the Nitro are actually one of my favorite aspects of Toriko, because I like the air about them, and that they live to eat food, and they're extremely intelligent species. And they are very shrouded in mystery, because we still don't know a lot about them, like where they came from or other things. In my next chunk, I'm going to be covering, well, all the way up to the recent chapters. And I'll be covering Neo. Well, I don't want to spoil anything else. I'll just say that, just in case anybody's reading along with me. But I think I'll enjoy finally catching up to it, and being able to do chapter readings on a weekly status. I know one's coming out today being Thursday, and I'll be covering all the way up to that chapter. And after that, I'll finally be able on a weekly. Well, I'll finally be able to review it on a weekly status, hopefully. And I look forward to if you guys have any questions for me, or if I got something wrong and you want to say something, say it down in the comment section. And I may write it in the description, or I'll just revise it like in my next chunk. Look forward to speaking to you guys in the comments. Leave a like. Hope you guys subscribe. And see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.